Hello, NWOBHM here today. It's the 11th of June 2023. Usual quick favour please, and that's if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel. That'd be excellent, appreciated, a big help, so please do click the button if you would. Today, Dragonfly, right? Now, here's probably one that you might not have heard of before, back in the new wave of British heavy metal days, early 80s and all that. Dragonfly had a rather brief career back then, though what a band they were. I mean, they had something that little bit different to offer. In true, NWOBHM style, they hung around the legendary Ruskin Arms, of course, the home, if you like, of the new wave of British heavy metal. And indeed, they would have their first gig there, which was support to none other than Angel Witch, and we all remember how great Angel Witch were back then as well. Anyway, after that, they would record a 4-track EP, and it was made in true Blue Peter style. Who remembers Blue Peter back then as well? With the sleeves for the 500 copies, only 500 copies, all apparently glued together by hand. It doesn't come much more basic than that, does it? Anyway, despite that EP being very well received and the songs on it being quite excellent, Dragonfly wouldn't go any further than that really back then. Though now, thanks to High Roller Records, that they've put together the 4 tracks from that Silent Nights EP, together with some alternate versions and half a dozen other songs, which I'm assuming were demos or sessions recorded by the band back around 1980. Excellent stuff it is indeed, and I say it's just something that bit different as well. All right, the big crunching heavy riffs are there, along with some really glorious, nice free-flowing solos, some melodic vocals, and a sort of a prog-tinged rhythm section. If you listen to that, the drumming's that kind of proggy style, and the bass reminds me of Burke Shelley in how it throbs away. Quite different, but also enjoyable. And if it's not a contradiction, it's quite refined as well. Makes me think of Budgie in the Tony Borg days, with some of the guitar that's going on and the riffs, and probably a spot of early Rush in there as well. That's what I listen to it, and that's what I think when I listen to it anyway. The 4 tracks on the EP come first. Silent Nights, Mercy, and Disappear from View are 3 of them. All nice, chunky, heavy, punchy rockers. And then the 4th song on it, Spacebound, shows how Dragonfly could stretch out into some sort of spacey proggy territory as well. When that song, it is a little bit like that. Definitely got progressive tendencies to it. And there's some scorching guitar work amongst the spacey atmospherics as well. Really something quite different, but quite marvellous as well. So that there are alternate versions of Silent Nights, Mercy, and Disappear from View that close out the CD. But then in between the EP versions and the alternate versions, we've got another half a dozen songs, which Dragonfly belt out the good stuff. Really pulsing stuff. Dragonfly, the title track is that, as is Loser. No is hard and fast. And then we've got a more commercial style effort in Stop Your Fooling. Plenty to enjoy here. Dragonfly writes songs which were heavy yet refined and quite intricate at times, and Spacebound's the prime example of that. Fluid, free-flowing guitars, really delightful stuff. Deftly solos, whilst they chuck out the riffs as well. I said that the bass is nicely up there, and it makes me think of Burke Shelley. And complicated lines, and the drumming's well on point as well. If I was to try and sum it up in one sentence, if say Budgie and Rush had got together to record Bandolier and Fly By Night, it might sound something like Dragonfly. And I said that they might not have enjoyed much success back in the NWOBHM days, but with the style that they had, and as can be heard on here, particularly Spacebound, they surely should have gone on to bigger things given an even break. but we can listen to it and enjoy it today on thanks to High Roller Records. So I'll put a link to it underneath to it on Amazon. There's CD, and I think there's a vinyl version up there as well. So you can go and have a look at those. Properly recommended stuff, because say it's something that little bit different, and it really enjoyable. So do check it out. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That would be marvelous. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.